Have you ever been in a situation where you have an exam tomorrow and you haven't even touched anything related to your books, anything at all related to your books, and you just have less than, let's say, 12 hours to prepare for this exam? What are you going to do? First of all, I'm going to share you guys a real life story about myself on how I did so, how I achieved that. I'm going to share you a real life story on how I did that. And one thing I want you to know before the end of this video, one thing I want you to know, you don't have to have a miracle on that day. You don't need a miracle that day. What you need is a plan. What you need is a subconscious plan, because actually I will tell you it's actually a subconscious plan on my part on how I passed the exam. So before we dive into this, click on the like and subscribe button. I'm Chio Math, your favorite math tutor here on YouTube, and normally I post videos on math solvings, teachings, and exam preparations. But today I just wanted to share to you guys a story because I feel it to be helpful for one person one day anytime someone watches it. So let's get right into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section if you have a question or anything. So this day I had a math exam, a very big math exam coming up, and I have not prepared. I've not read anything. I don't even know what's going on in the scheme. Although I had an idea of the kind of things I'm going to see in the exam, because maybe I've glanced through past questions once in a while, but not really deep readings at all before that exam. So the day before that exam, I had a full day and a night before the exam, right? And I still didn't touch my book till around the kind in the evening of the exam. Let me tell you how I did it. When I was done with that exam, I discovered I got a higher end A. Like I got 82 overall in that particular course after the exam. So let me show you how I did it. That day, I sat down. I had made sure from the beginning of the semester that all my notes were up to date. It's a habit I formed. I make sure that all my notes were completely up to date, even though I don't even read them. I don't even open them, but I just copy it for copying's sake, right? So I made sure all my notes were up to date, and then when I was done with that, when it was time for the exams, I brought out my note, and then I asked one of my friends in the course that was following up with the classes and homeworks. I asked him for the homeworks and his answers, his all the homeworks and classworks that they have done so far, both the tests they have done. Then I took a past question from one of my friends, past question, because she has already read and she's prepared for the exam, but me, obviously, I'm not. So I took her past questions to prepare that night, and then I asked my classmate that gave me her homeworks and completed as classworks. I asked her to just explain little by little points, just pick out little points and just show me in each particular topic of our scheme of work, and she did just that for me. Once I just got like a little point from it that I understood, I just started to move to the next because I didn't have time. She used like 1 hour to do that for me, and then I left. I went to sit down and study on my own. First of all, I made sure I had my phone close to me. I opened my notes. It was looking like jargons, but I just sat down and I calmed myself. I told myself I have more than enough time to prepare for this exam. That was what I told myself. I told myself that, oh, it doesn't matter if I have less than 12 hours to prepare for this exam. To myself, this time I have is more than enough for me to prepare for this exam. And that's what I did. I just kept myself calm. I removed that fear myself, like, oh, this, I don't have time. No, I just sat down and said, no, I'm gonna prepare for the exam. I'm gonna ace it. Okay, though it was sounding very stupid actually at that time. So I sat down, opened my books, started to solve whatever I can solve. I started from wherever I can solve, and I saw that I was getting it little by little. Then I started to watch I started to watch YouTube videos on how to solve some things I didn't understand. Anything else that I had some demo, I asked an AI, ChatGPT, I asked them how to solve it, and then in the end of the day, I ended up solving all to the end of that particular question. I ended up solving it, and it was crazy because I finished all the topics. I was so ready for that exam. Just 1 hour to the exam, I just took a little nap, like 30 minutes nap, when I reached the hall, and then the lecturer left in, and the invigilator came in and told us to just get ready for the exam. And then when I wrote the exam, everything just looked easy because of something I just did last night, right? And someone would believe if I said, oh, I just read last in one night. They wouldn't understand, but I do understood what I did. So that's just the whole gist of how I got a higher end A, just reading one day before the exam. Remember, always keep a subconscious plan. You don't need a miracle a day before exam. What you need is a strategy, a plan. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I'm a student. I'm not gonna lie to you. Say, oh, I read every time. I read every 2 minutes. No, I don't give it. Sometimes I don't even open my book a day before exam, but I will still go there and do wonders to my papers. So that's how I've been thriving throughout. So I just said, let me give out my experiences. I don't know if anybody's gonna gain from it. Definitely someone's gonna gain from it. I'm gonna say that a lot of people are gonna gain from it. So ciao, see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips like this. I have so many of them, of little tips and tricks I used to pass my exams. It's so funny. I'm not the kind of student that reads. I find reading boring, but I always ace my papers, and I'm gonna share with you how I end up doing. Not that I'm really smart. I'm not really smart like that. Just in the sense, average student. I'm just an average student, but I know my stuff. That is why I end up passing the way I do. So see you in my next video. Remember, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk again next time.